In 1856, British engineers building a railway from Lahore to Multan needed ballast for their tracks. They dismissed the rolling hills of perfectly baked clay bricks as primitive ruins, pulled millions of them from the earth, and crushed them under heavy iron train wheels to serve as industrial rubble. In the 1920s, archaeologists finally excavated the remaining mounds. Beneath the dirt lay the Indus Valley Civilization, a highly sophisticated society dating back 5,000 years. This empire covered 1.3 million square kilometers, double the size of ancient Egypt and Mesopotamia combined. The city of Mohenjo-Daro alone housed tens of thousands of citizens in complex, multi-story brick structures. Curious, the researchers cleared the dust. They found a puzzle with no parallel in antiquity. In a territory this vast, there were no weapons, no mass graves, no towering monuments for tyrant kings, and no battle chariots. The evidence points to a society built on intelligence and commerce. Excavations revealed meticulously carved square seals, featuring animals and an unread script, standard weights for trading, and precise tools. We are looking at a society that controlled more territory than its rivals combined, yet did so without a standing army. And then, at the height of its technical success, the entire population simply disappeared. For thousands of years, early humans in the region lived in scattered, small-scale agricultural communities. Around 2600 BCE, those settlements rapidly centralized into highly organized, sprawling megacities. The foundation of this growth was the fire-baked brick. While contemporary empires relied on sun-dried mud that dissolved in heavy rains, the Harappans fired their bricks in massive kilns, creating a material durable enough to survive thousands of years of moisture. Their urban planning relied on a mathematical constant. Whether a brick was laid in Harappa or 1,000 kilometers away in Lothal, it adhered to a strict dimensional ratio, 1 unit high, 2 units wide, and 4 units long. That standardization defined their urban layout. Entire cities were built on a precise grid, with main streets running straight north to south, intersected exactly at 90 degrees by east-west lanes. These corridors were aligned to catch natural prevailing winds, which acted as a passive cleaning system to sweep dust out of the city. To maintain that level of consistency across an entire empire indicates a deep shared adherence to scientific principles. These cities functioned through engineering rather than through the command of a central dictator. This engineering focus is most evident in how they managed water. In the ancient world, water was a dangerous and unpredictable force, but the Harappans treated it as a manageable resource. They built the world's first covered underground drainage systems. Streets featured drains sealed with stone slabs, equipped with maintenance access holes and soak pits to filter waste. Homes had private baths waterproofed with bitumen, utilizing plumbing concepts Europe would not see for centuries. They extended this mastery to the ocean. In the coastal city of Lothal, they constructed the world's first tidal dockyard. Their engineers utilized the rhythms of the Arabian Sea. They built the dockyard inland with wooden lock gates. As the high ocean tide rolled in, the water level rose and carried cargo ships over the barrier. Then the gates shut, trapping the deep water inside so the ships stayed afloat to unload even as the ocean tide recedes. This technology enabled a maritime trade network that reached across the Arabian Sea. Harappan ships loaded with cotton, crates of aromatic spices, and vibrant carnelian beads sailed to the Persian Gulf. Mesopotamian kings recorded the arrival of wealth from a land they called Maluha. Their advanced infrastructure provided a massive strategic advantage. By dominating the ancient world economically and holding a monopoly on high-tech logistics, they rendered military conquest unnecessary. Inside the private courtyards of their homes, the archaeological record reveals a highly expressive society. These people were craftsmen who valued fashion and adornment. Excavations have uncovered lipstick, intricate hairstyles, and expressive art. The bronze dancing girl stands with a confident posture, her arm covered in bangles, a style still found in parts of India today. Their leadership and faith did not focus on war. Their art depicts figures of quiet, meditative authority, like the priest king. They also crafted thousands of terracotta female deities, pointing to a society that elevated mother goddesses and nature worship. This society, organized around nature and commerce, relied on environmental stability, setting the stage for a catastrophic collision with shifting geology. Around 1900 BCE, these cities began to decline. For decades, it was claimed they were slaughtered by foreign invaders, but modern forensic science proved the remains found in the streets had no battle wounds. They died of disease and starvation. The actual cause was geological. Modern geologists have identified a period of intense tectonic instability within the Himalayan plates. Violent earthquakes rippled through the valleys, altering the landscape. The shifting earth forced the Saraswati River's two massive tributaries, the Yamuna and Sutlej, to change course. As the rivers dried, the monsoon weakened. The reservoirs emptied, agriculture failed, and lush floodplains withered into arid desert. You can engineer a drainage system and standardize a city, but human beings cannot fight the earth when it redraws the map. Faced with a dying landscape, the Harappans moved. They executed an organized migration eastward toward the fertile plains of the Ganges and Yamuna rivers. They left their cities behind. When you look at Mohenjo-Daro today, you see a metropolis left entirely intact, but completely silent and empty. The Harappans carried their knowledge with them, their agricultural science, their early practices of yoga, and their sacred symbols traveled with them, becoming foundational elements of modern Indian culture. The story of the Indus Valley suggests that the strength of a society lies less in its physical structures and more in the resilience and knowledge its people carry into a new world.